So, as you know, there are surveillance cameras all over China, and it's said that they are linked with AI to monitor the general public. There's been some interesting information about that system, and I'd like to share it with you all. Let's start by looking at this article. This article is about the so-called surveillance system. In Japanese, it's referred to as Tiananmen, which means heavenly net, a network that misses nothing. It's often thought that this surveillance system is operated nationally by the Chinese Communist Party, but actually, it turns out that the systems are set up by local public security bureaus, PSBs, at the prefectural level. Each PSB contracts with private companies to build the surveillance infrastructure, including camera installation and data analysis systems. This process involves IT companies, and the costs are significant, leading to problems for some time now. Let's look at a map. The area outlined in red is Guizhou province, known as one of the poorest regions in China. Generally speaking, coastal areas in China are wealthy, while inland areas are less developed and often left behind economically. Guizhou, an inland region, is widely regarded by the Chinese public as a poor area. Whenever local government debt issues are mentioned, Guizhou frequently comes up. Between 2012 and 2015, 3 PSBs in Guizhou commissioned a Shanghai-based company specializing in facial recognition systems to install the Tiananmen system. The company, called SenseTime Technology, is known for providing various IT-based services, including facial recognition. What's intriguing is that this facial recognition system, which was commissioned by the PSBs, was not part of a nationally uniform system but rather separately contracted and installed in different regions. This means the companies providing the systems are not limited to one, and it's unclear whether the systems are standardized. Consequently, the data used in one region might not be compatible with systems in another. It seems evident that the systems are being developed in a fragmented manner. The problem lies in the inability to pay for these systems. The cost was reportedly $10 million. You might wonder why the figure is in dollars. That's because the issue was initially reported by U.S. media, which converted the amount. In Japanese yen, this equates to approximately 1.5 billion yen, a considerable sum. Since the local government couldn't pay, they sold real estate assets developed by the government to local developers, used the proceeds to pay the PSBs, and then the PSBs paid the IT company in Shanghai. What's surprising is that the installation of this system took place between 2012 and 2015, almost a decade ago, during a time when China's economy was perceived to be booming. Many in Japan also believed that China's economy was surpassing the US, yet even back then, the PSBs in Guizhou were unable to pay their bills. This suggests that while China's economic growth appeared robust, the perception was based only on the prosperous regions, while areas like Guizhou were already struggling. Guizhou's economic condition today is even worse. Large-scale real estate developments carried out with expectations of economic growth have now become burdens, causing significant difficulties. Surveillance systems for monitoring citizens also rely on funding, and as China's economic struggles deepen, the technical and financial support for public security and armed police could falter, potentially weakening their ability to maintain control. One area drawing attention in this context is how local governments deal with debt repayment. While borrowing new money to repay old debts is a common tactic, central government policies allowing the issuance of local bonds mainly benefit larger governments, leaving smaller units like counties and villages unable to do so. A growing trend is the sale of assets. For example, in Xinjiang, or East Turkestan, as Uyghurs call it, energy companies are involved in development projects. One such company, China National Petroleum Corporation, CNPC, reportedly had $250 million in unpaid bills owed by local government-linked financing platforms. These platforms operate similarly to Japan's special corporations, heavily intertwined with the government. To resolve the issue, the financing platform agreed to complete 260 unfinished real estate projects and sell them to companies designated by CNPC. The proceeds would be used to pay off the energy debts. However, with China's real estate market in decline, there's no guarantee the properties will sell for the expected amounts. The contract stipulates that any shortfall will be borne by CNPC, creating significant risks. This passing the buck approach to resolving debts, relying on real estate with uncertain future value, has become widespread in China. Both parties face risks, but with no alternatives, such contracts are often reluctantly accepted. China's economy continues to face numerous challenges. Falling real estate prices could lead to more corporate bankruptcies, with widespread repercussions. I'll share any major updates on this channel, so stay tuned. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video.